only mode.
Hello and welcome to all of you for the Cisco Career Certifications. Uh, People who have joined from different parts of the world, so welcome to all of you. This webinar is all about Cisco Career Certifications and how it can help you in transforming your career. My name is Vikas Kumar, and I am the founder and managing director of Netbulls. I have triple CCIE status. I have done my CCIE in routing and switching, security, and voice. I'm carrying more than 14 years of experience in networking industry, having worked with different organizations like CSS Corp, IDS, and Rally Gear. And then we established Network Bulls in year 2009. When we established Network Bulls, we never had this idea that Network Bulls is going to grow so big as we are today. The only objective that we have till now is to provide quality education at a very reasonable price. And even now, we are doing the same, and we wish to do the same in the future as well. Uh, we have been in the networking industry, training industry for the last 5 years, and we have been privileged to train more than 10,000 students from 40 different countries and throughout the world. And our efforts have been recognized by various organizations, and that's why we have achieved more than 12 Education Excellence Awards. And I must proudly announce that we have now world's biggest Cisco training labs, which has huge number of racks, including routers, switches, firewalls, IPS, IP phones, and many more devices. And we are also Cisco's premier partner for these trainings, and our trainings are Cisco authorized. Now, the agenda for the webinar today is we'll talk about CCIE as a career, why it is such a prestigious and highly paid IT certification, what are the different Cisco certification tracks available, and which are the most demanded CCI tracks, and then we'll wrap it up with the question and answer round. Now, when we say CCIE as a career, most people have no idea that CCIE can be taken as a very serious career option. When we talk about most people, most graduates, they only have the idea about the traditional career options such as doctors, engineers, lawyers. Although CCIE was launched by Cisco way back in 1993, but CCIE has gained importance in the last 8 to 10 years only, and that is because of internet. Internet has caused the explosion of networks. Companies are being established day by day. World is becoming smaller, becoming more globalized, and as the companies are establishing more and more networks, these networks are needed because if you want your users to communicate with each other, which are sitting at different locations, you need to have solid networks working 24 by 7. And this is where the requirement for skilled professional comes into the picture. You need skilled people to make sure that these networks are up and running 24 by 7 and it is working smoothly. And that's why the demand for these CCIE engineers are growing day by day. And the fact is that there are only very few CCIE engineers available in the world today. Not more than 40,000 CCIE certified engineers available, and then industry requires a lot more than that. So anyone who goes for CCIE has a very secure career option available, and it's a very well paid career, and the growth are options are huge. Now there are seven different tracks available for you to choose. You can go for CCI routing switching, which is always the base of any network. You cannot secure a network, you cannot establish your data center or service provider network if you do not have your routing and switching in place. So for a fresher, the very first and very obvious choice is normally CCI routing and switching. The matter of the fact is that, out of 40,000 CCIE, uh, 28,000 CCIE are for routing and switching only. So many people go for CCIE routing switching as their first CCIE. It forms the base of any network. So if you are interested in making your career in routing switching field, then CCIE routing switching is the very first and obvious choice for you. Now, if you are interested in security track, if you are interested in hacking, attacking tips, and how to secure the network, then CCI security is the best option for you. Uh, but yes, you should have good knowledge of routing and switching before you can gain good knowledge of security. Now, if you have interest in collaboration and voice technologies, if you are passionate about how data flows through, or the how voice call flows through the VoIP network, then you can go for CCI collaboration. Although CCI collaboration is a very recently launched CCI track by Cisco, and then in the same way, you can go for CCI data center if you are interested in Nexus technologies, if you are interested in learning about complex data center scenarios. Again, CCI data center was launched Cisco by Cisco 3 4 years back only. And you can go for a CCI wireless if you are interested in wireless technologies, but the demand for wireless is not really that high. That's because not every company has established wireless networks till now. The demand is more in the developed countries and less in developing countries. And then you can go for CCI service provider if you are interested in service provider technologies like MPLS, BGP. But the demand for CCI service provider engineer remains limited to service provider companies only. And the last is CCDE, which is the design expert. This is where you have the idea about how to design the very complex networks, which includes various technologies like routing and switching, security, collaboration, or any other technology. But you need at least 4 to 5 years experience in networking before you can become a design expert. Now, if you go for a single CCIE, suppose you have done your CCIE in routing switching, you're called a CCIE. Now, if you do two CCIE, suppose you have done your CCIE routing switching and then you did your CCIE in security, you are called dual CCIE. Similarly, if you go for three CCIEs, then you become a triple CCIE. So your value and demand will in the networking industry will grow as you gain more CCIEs. So it all depends on you how many CCIs you want to gain. The value is going to grow. Now, out of these seven tracks, four of them are in demand, I would say. Two of them, like routing and switching and security, they are in very high demand, and they are always going to be in demand because, as we already mentioned, uh, there is no network which can survive without routing and switching. You must have routing and switching in place if you want to configure any other technology like security, data center, or voice, or whatever technology. CCIE routing switching forms the base of any network, and that's why CCI routing switching engineers are always in demand. Same goes with CCI security, because we already know that because of internet, the world is opening more and more, and more companies, more networks are under threat. More hackers are there, more attackers are there. Networks are becoming vulnerable. So this is why CCI security engineers are in great demand, because companies need network engineers to secure their network so that the network is up and running 24 by 7 and working smoothly. So I would always recommend going for routing and switching or security as a fresher, because this is where the most jobs are available. These are the tracks which can be easily done. Most of the resources are available for these two tracks to be followed, and this is these are the easier tracks as compared to other tracks. And but if you have a little bit of experience, and if you are interested in other technologies like collaboration or data center, then you can go for those CCI also. But normally it happens like this, that people who have either achieved CCI routing switching or security normally go for the second CCIE for their data center or collaboration. But normally their first CCIE is either routing and switching or security, although it is not mandatory. Now when we talk about CCIE routing and switching, uh, this is the highest level of routing and switching technologies when we come to Cisco certification. Now, when you learn about CCIE routing switching, you gain the ability to design a network. Designing here means if you are given a scenario where you need to configure a network which has maybe more than 500 users, you should know that okay, which routers to use, which switches to use, which protocols to use, how to make sure that the data is flowing in the right path. The topology is fine. So you learn how to design a small to mid-size network. In the same way, you learn about installation and configuration of the devices, how to run the commands, which commands will make what effect, and all that you learn in installation and configuration. Similarly, you learn how to manage the network. Managing here means that you make sure that network is always up and running, and the moment any problem occurs, you are reported by the tools before you are reported by the user. So you make sure that you have always have the latest information about the network with you. Troubleshooting here means that you know how to sort out the problems once they arrive. It could be a human error, it could be a power fluctuation, it could be a device error, it could be a wrong configuration. But as a good CCI routing switching engineer, you are expected to troubleshoot these issues the moment they arrive. Now, throughout your CCIE R&S journey, you basically work on two devices. You work on routers, and then you work on switches as well. Why you learn about wide variety of routers from low end to mid to high end devices. Now, router is a device which connects two end locations. Suppose you have one location in New Delhi and the other location is in New York. So the routers will make sure that the data between these two locations will communicate smoothly, and switches will make sure that the data within the location is working smoothly. All the end users are connected together by this switch. So these are the two very very important devices. And even if you want to configure security and later on data center or voice technologies, you are going to use these two devices very very frequently. I mean, no network can function without these two devices. These are the foundation of any network. So it's very important to gain good hands-on routers and switches before you learn about working on the other high-end devices. Okay, once you are done with your CCIE R&S training or knowledge, you will be eligible for different job roles like network engineer, senior network engineer, network administrator, and so many other roles. What kind of roles will be assigned to you? It all depends on the number of years of experience that you are carrying, and as well as the kind of knowledge and skills you have acquired throughout your knowledge and training. Now, how to achieve your CCIE routing and switching certification? The path is very simple. We normally start with the entry level training, which is called N plus. Although most of the people these days have the basic idea about networking, so then we move to the next step, which is the associate levels, which is CCNA routing and switching. And now this is where you learn the basics of networking. You learn about what is a router, what is a switch, how does it look like, how to configure it, what are the different protocols available, what is the difference between protocols. So you learn about the basics of networking in CCNA. Now, the why CCNA routing and switching is so important, because it forms the base of all other learning. So whether you want to go for CCIE or routing and switching, you want to go for CCNA, CCNP security, voice, or any other technology, you need to make sure that you have good knowledge of CCNA routing and switching. Then only you should move to the next levels. So if you want to go further in the routing and switching domain, then you should go for the professional level training, which is called CCNP routing and switching. This is where you learn the next level of routing and switching. This is where you learn that, okay, what is the difference between different routing protocols, why to use which protocols, how to configure it, what are the pros and cons between different routing protocols and switching protocols. So you learn the intricacies of network in CCNP routing switching. And then the last level of CCIE R&S certification is obviously the expert level certification. This is where you learn the in-depth of routing and switching technologies. You learn that, okay, this is how you configure the complex networks, this is how you design it, these are the troubleshooting skills. So this, after doing this, you learn all the tips and tricks about CCIE routing and switching. So it's a very very basic step. You just need through steps to go: CCNA, CCNP, and CCIE, and you are good to go for your CCIE examination after the training. And as you know, most jobs are available for CCIE routing and switching, so this is always going to be the in demand certification as far as the demand is concerned. Now, once similarly, you have CCIE security, which is the highest level of certification as far as the network security track is concerned. Again, very very high in demand, only because there are very less engineers available, CCI security engineers available in the market. And the benefit with the security track is that you gain routing and switching knowledge as well, and then you learn the security also. So you can perform both roles in the company if you are CCI security certified, or if you have good knowledge of CCI security technologies. You can take care of routing and switching as well as the network security. So that's why CCI security engineers are paid more than other CCI engineers, like CCI routing and switching engineers. But then, yes, it's a bit more difficult than routing and switching, but at the same time, it is paying you more. So, my recommendation, either you go for routing and switching or CCI security if you are passionate about security and if you have higher aims for your career. The devices that you use throughout your CCI security journey, as we already know, routers and switches are always going to be there, which forms the base of any network. We have already discussed about it. Similarly, you have Cisco ASA firewalls, which is the main device when it comes to security. So anybody who wants to be good in security must know how to configure, how to troubleshoot, and how to install the firewalls. Now Cisco has launched various firewalls. So in CCIE you learn about two, three different types of firewalls which are very famous in the industry. And similarly, you have other high-end devices such as IPS, which is intrusion prevention services, which performs the high-end security detection. Then again, you have some very new devices like WSA, which is also called Iron Port, and you also have Cisco ICE Servers Identity Services Engine, which are new devices and work as the new requirement of the industry. Once you are done with your CCIE training, you will be eligible for the designations such as a network security engineer, senior network security engineer, network security administrator. It all depends on how much experience you already have with you and what kind of knowledge you have gained throughout your training. Now, when we talk about the career path in CCI security certification, uh, as we already know, CCNA and CCNP forms the base of all other learning. Especially in security, you should be a good routing and switching engineer before you can become a good security engineer. Anyone who says that I will do security without routing and switching is telling a lie. You cannot do this. You need to make sure that you have your CCNA and CCNP routing and switching knowledge first, then only you move to the security domain. Now, once you are done with your CCNA and CCNP routing and switching, you move to the associate level of CCNA security. This is where you learn about, okay, what is security, what are the threats in today's market, what are the different devices that will be able to help you in stopping those attacks. So you learn about the basics of security, what are the firewalls, IPS devices available, and then you move to the next level, which is CCNP security. This is where you learn the next level of security tricks, how to configure the firewalls, what are the differences between different firewalls, how the packet is going to flow when it goes to the router switches, and when it goes to the firewall as far as the security is concerned. Now people think that you only the firewall and IPS and high-end devices can function as a security device, but it is wrong. Even a router or a switch can be configured as a security device, although they cannot perform the same roles as it can be performed by the firewall. But routers and switches are also used as a security device in addition to being used for their primary objective, which is routing and switching. So you learn about how to secure your network using routers, switches, firewalls, IPS in the CCNP training. And then you finally move to the expert level training, which is CCIE. This is where you learn the in-depth knowledge of CCIE security. This is where you learn that, okay, why different firewalls should be used, what are the different layers of defense, how to configure these different layer of defense, what are the different VPNs available, what are the different firewall technologies, and then many more other technologies that you learn in CCI security. So, and this is why we were saying that CCI security is the best available certification today, because it offers you a best of both world. It gives you the knowledge of routing and switching up to professional level, as you already cover CCNA and CCNP in routing and switching, and then you go for a security certification, and then you, I mean, associate, professional, and expert level. So you learn about routing and switching up to professional level, and you learn security up to expert level. So wherever the job role requires you to be a good security engineer and as well as routing engineer, you are the first choice. And as you can perform dual role, you can be a good security engineer and you can take care of the routing switching issues also. And that's where you are always preferred over others, and you are getting paid more for this. Uh, and then There is CCI collaboration. Again, if you want to be the expert in Cisco VoIP technologies and collaboration technologies, then the CCI collaboration is the right choice for you. But again, normally freshers do not go for this track, although there are exceptions. But yes, normally people who have done their CCIE in routing switching normally go for their second CCIE, either security, collaboration, or data center. Although people go for their first CCIE as a CCIE voice also. And as you can see, there are not more than 4,000 CCIE collaboration engineers available in the market. So the demand is there, and that's why CCI collaboration engineers are paid very, very highly, and they have very good growth chances. The only thing is, not every company has established voice network in their networks, and even if they have not done it to the extension of at the level of routing and switching and security. But still, the demand is going to grow in future. Now, once you start your CCI collaboration, again, as we mentioned, routers and switches are the basis of any technology, any learning. So this is all here also you need to learn about routers and switches first. Then you learn about call manager, which acts as the central device when it comes to the collaboration or voice technologies. Call manager is the device which makes sure that your calls are flowing smoothly between all the locations. Calls are routed smoothly, they are forwarded, and then there are so many advanced features that you get using call manager which you were not getting in traditional telephony services. And then the IP phones are the smart devices which are available, which offers you many functionalities along with the call manager. So these are very important devices that you learn about in CCI collaboration. And once you are done with your CCI collaboration training, you are eligible for roles like Cisco VoIP engineer, call manager expert, VoIP network admin, and so on. Again, depends on what kind of experience you are carrying and what kind of knowledge you have. And the path for CCI collaboration is, again, it starts with N plus, and then we go for CCNA routing switching. Again, as we said, the basis of any learning is CCNA routing and switching. Before that, you cannot learn anything else. You must learn how to work on routers and switches. And then you start your voice training. You start with the CCNA voice, which is the associate level of certification. This is where you learn that, okay, how voice networks work, how voice networks are different from data networks, what different devices are available, what different protocols and technologies and terms are used in voice network, which are not there in the data networks. Then you move to the next level, which is professional level. This is where you learn about in depth about call manager, how the data is going to flow, how to route the calls, how to do the call forwarding, and many more advanced functions. And then finally you move to the expert level certification. This is where you learn about the in-depth of collaboration technologies, including multiple locations, multiple technologies, various call manager devices, and presence servers, unity servers, and different kind of IP phones, and different technologies. So you'd become the expert of collaboration technologies once you go for these track. So the path is very simple. And then the fourth CCI, as we mentioned, is CCI data center. Again, if somebody wants to be good at Nexus technologies and data center technologies, then this is the right choice. Although we do not recommend it, for the freshers to do it, but anyone who is experienced for maybe 2 3 4 years can go for this. Normally people who have done their CCI in routing switching, their second choice of CCI is normally data center. As we know, it's a very new certification, so not many engineers are available for data center today, and the demand is really going to grow. But it should be for experienced people only, not for freshers, as not many resources are available to do CCI data center in today's world. And throughout your CCI data center journey, you learn about a wide variety of devices, and you learn about switches, various types of switches, obviously the routers, and you also learn about some new devices like Nexus switches, wide variety of Nexus switches. You learn about UCS and you learn about ACE appliance. So there are so many new things that you're going to learn in data center. Once you are done with your data center training, you will be eligible for different job roles like data center network administrator, technology architect, design engineers. So it all depends how much experience you are carrying. Now the path to data center is again very simple. You need to go for CCNA routing and switching first. Then you can go for CCNA data center. This is where you learn that okay, how data center technologies are different from routing and switching, what are the importance of data center in today's world and how it is different. Similarly, you go for CCNP and CCI data center where you learn the in-depth of data center technologies. But this is again for experienced people only, not for fresher, not recommended for freshers, I would say. Now, if you want to make your career in Cisco certifications, then Netbulls is offering various career kickstart programs like if you want to go for a full CCI course, then you can go for like CCI routing and switching integrated course, which is a combination of associate professional expert level program. You can go for CCI security integrated, where you learn about CCNA, CCNP, routing and switching, and then different security technologies. Similarly, you have many other combos available, so you can choose from. And then you have more combo courses. You can refer our website also for this. So let's move to the Q&A round now. So you can ask questions one by one. You can raise your hand and we will answer the questions one by one. Yes, Arshad, please raise your question. Hello, Arshad, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, sir.
Yes.
Sir, actually, I have experience on engine and SIP technology also, SIP plus Megaco.
Mm-hmm.
So again, I am asking the same question. Right now, I'm jobless and I'm trying to come into the mainstream, but I'm not able to get any job because of the higher experience. So which track would be good for me after 13 years of experience? Basically, my basic qualification is diploma engineer.
Fine, fine, fine. So your question is that you have more than 13 years of experience and you don't know which CCI track you should choose, right?
Right, sir.
Okay. So see, uh, whenever you are in confusion, when you are off track, you are not in mainstream technologies, you are not directly into networking, I would say the simplest and safest choice would be CCI routing and switching, because it is easier to do, more resources are available, it takes less time to do, and it's easy to understand. And obviously if you want to go for any other technologies to learn, then CCI R&S is always going to be the base. So my recommendation, you have 13 years of experience plus, but you are not in mainstream networking, and you are trying to make your career in networking, then routing switching is the obvious choice for you.
Okay, so means SIP technology, GSM, and then SS7 technology. So all these technology will help me to get a good career in CCI routing switching only, not voice or in this collaboration.
Well, voice is also a good choice if you have good knowledge in GSM technologies, but voice is a bit more difficult, right? I have seen
Okay.
that not everybody is able to understand voice technologies that easier as they understand the routing and switching technologies. So, although you can go for
Okay.
collaboration, but then see, you need to check yourself in CCNA routing and switching, right? Then
Right.
you decide that okay, so you do CCNA routing switching, you do CCNA voice, then you understand that okay, which is easier for you, and accordingly you can make a decision.
Career-wise, which is having the better opportunity with my experience?
Yes, for you I would say if you have knowledge about GSM technologies, then CCI collaboration will be a better choice as far as career is concerned.
Okay. So the profile will be like related to voice only, not any like IMS or data or something
No, no.
related to.
If you have GSM technology experience and if you go for collaboration, then you'll get the voice jobs only.
Or if I have routing and switching, then can I get into the IMS technology?
If you are
Like if I opt for routing and switching
Yes,
CCIE
yes. See,
track.
if you go for CCI routing and switching, then obviously you'll get the jobs in routing and switching only. Because, see, in order to get the voice jobs, you need to gain the knowledge of voice technologies. So it is, you need to decide first whether you want to make your career in routing, switching, or voice. You need to choose one. If it is routing switching, then go for routing switching, and then you'll get the jobs in routing switching only, not in voice domain.
That's why actually I am in confusion. After this much experience, where should I start? That's why I am
Uh,
trying to sort
okay.
out it.
So, see, it's your personal choice. I would say both options are great, right? No need to be confused.
Okay.
If you go for routing switching, also you will get good career options. If you go for collaboration, also you'll get good career options because you already are carrying an experience, right? So that's going to help you out.
Okay. So
But
this
if but I would say
experience will go.
yes, yes, this
Mm-hmm,
experience is going to
mm-hmm.
help, and you will get more money in voice field.
Okay. Okay.
Yes,
Okay. Thanks, sir. Thanks.
welcome, welcome.
Great. Uh, Thank you, sir.
Mr. Muhammad, please go ahead and ask your question.
Hello, good day.
Hello.
Yeah, hello, good day.
Good day. Hello, please ask your question.
Y- Yeah, I'm currently studying IT, information technology,
Mm-hmm.
and I've listened to you, and you have been emphasizing in the routing and switching, and the other one security. Please,
Mm-hmm.
how would you advise me as a now I'm currently studying information technology,
Mm-hmm.
and actually I want to build my career in this profession. So how would you please advise me?
Okay. Have you ever considered that what is your preference? That I mean, have you ever thought that this field is more interesting for me, like routing and switching appeals you more, or security appeals you more?
Pardon me?
Which field appeals you more? I mean, have you ever thought about it, whether routing and switching looks more interesting to your security?
No, both actually, both of the courses.
Okay.
I'm
Mhm.
so interested in them.
So you are doing IT information technology, right? So see, you need to decide about it. It all depends on your interest. There
Yes,
are
exactly.
people. I mean, CCI routing, switching, and security. Anyone can do it, right? So now, when people choose between routing and switching and security,
Okay,
the normal the criteria is very simple. One, you need to decide on the basis of your
okay,
interest, right? uh, it what appeals you more, it is very very
Yeah, yeah.
important. Okay, the second thing is CCI security takes more time to pursue rather than CCI routing and switching, right? So if you have free
Okay.
time, if you have more time to do, then I would say go for security, because CCI
Okay.
security is going to get you more money in your career than routing and switching. That's for sure. But at the same time, it is going
Okay.
to take longer. So,
Yeah,
secure.
but
Yeah.
is it like if I understand what you have explained, that like routing and switching is the basics of all this CCN this Cisco certification.
Hmm.
Yeah, so and now you're saying that as you're advising me that I should go for the security, right?
Yeah, I mean, see, it all depends. If you are willing to give more time, if you have interest in security, if you are, going to, if you want to start your career with a better option, then I would say go for security. CCI routing switching is only, I mean, normally for those people who wants to do it quickly, who wants to,
Okay.
start their career as soon as possible, and who have less time with them, and they are just ready to start their career. They are eager to start their career. But security is the better choice because of more money and better packages, better growth. But at the same time, it takes more time to do CCI security, and CCI
Yeah.
security is more difficult than routing and switching.
Oh, now estimate to me the how much I can spend and all this.
Your voice is not audible, Mohammed. Can you repeat your question?
I said, please, can you explain to me like how much am I going to spend and the time it will take me to complete these courses?
CCI routing, switching, or security?
Well, I'm so interested in both, so I'll say both,
Okay.
please.
Uh, for a fresher who is from like who is an international student, see, we have different tracks available. For an Indian student, the
Okay.
track is different, and for international students, the track is different. Because international student cannot stay for in India for that longer. So
Yeah.
CCI routing switching normally takes 3 months to complete. I mean the training part I'm saying, and the lab
Okay.
preparation, it all depends on you. Some people do it in the fourth, fifth month. Some people take 3 months to complete their lab training. So it might take 5 to 6 months for you to complete your CCI routing switching, right? And
Okay.
when it comes to security, the duration is 4.5 months for international students, and plus the time it is going to take for your lab preparation. So it might take somewhere around 6 to 7 months, depending on your learning speed. So
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, people have done it very soon, and then people have taken their time. Depends.
Yeah. Yeah. I understood. So that means if I'm an international student, I have to come to India, right?
The other option is you can go for the online training. But the online training is normally recommended for short term courses, not for a long term course like integrated course. So I would
Okay.
say if you want to go for such a lengthy course, it is recommended that you come to India.
Oh, okay. And please, the how much am I going to spend for that? As in the cost fee, please.
CCI routing and switching, I think it is going to cost you somewhere around uh, let me just check.
Okay.
Or maybe what you can do is you can go for our website at netbulls.com, and you can check the fees of all different courses from there.
Oh, please, if you won't mind, please, if you can push everything to my mail, please.
I would surely do this. So how would
Okay.
I get your email ID? Okay, we have your
My
email
email.
ID. Yes, yes, we have your email ID.
Yes.
We'll send the details to you.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Thank you
One
very
more
much.
option you can go for is maybe initially you can go for the online training for maybe the lower level courses of maybe CCNA, and then once you have your basics covered, you can go for the CCNP and CCI. But then why we recommend people coming here is, we have you get a group of people whom you study here. You get a study environment here. You have live devices to work on. So
Yeah, yeah.
in-house training is very different from online training.
Yeah, I know, I know. That's why I want to know the course fee actually, because I'm
Oh,
coming from Africa, Ghana, so
yeah.
I want to know the course fee, everything, please.
We will send it on your email ID.
Okay, thank you very much.
Welcome. Mr. Desmond, please go ahead and ask your question if you can listen me.
Yeah, I wish to know how long does it take for one to obtain a CCIE security certification?
Okay. I would say if you study for like we for international students we have 8 hours a day training pattern. So if you spend these 8 hours a day, normally it takes around 5 to 6 months to complete your CCIE. But then it is always requested that even after those 8 hours of study, maybe you need to spend 3 4 hours more on the study so that you gain in-depth knowledge of these security concepts. See, training does not mean that the trainer is going to teach you and then you understand everything. You need to practice on your
Okay.
own. So you have to make sure that whatever trainer teaches you in the class, then you go back or sit in the lab, uh, practice as much as possible, access the devices, work on the live devices, understand the technology. So it takes a lot of effort. Although we say that yes, you can do CCI, but then uh, we cannot clap with one hand. You have to put equal effort into this. So if you can study really hard, I think you can achieve CCI security in 6 months, but then depends. You need to study a lot for this.
Then what assurance do your institution offer if you study there
See,
that you are going to obtain a job?
okay. See, job is not a concern because, as we already mentioned, there's a huge demand for the security engineers. The only thing is, not many skilled people are available to fulfill the requirements. See, try to understand this that getting a training is not the only thing you need to do. You need to understand the logic, you need to understand the concept trained by the trainer, taught by the trainer. You need to work on live devices, you need to practice. And if you practice hard, if you study hard, if you have your concept cleared, you know about security technologies, you go back in your country, give the interviews. I would say you would be able to crack every second interview.
Then if I may ask, what is the equivalence if you have a CCIE to like a master's degree, or is it a bachelor degree or the like?
Okay, see, we cannot compare CCIE to any degree, I would say. It has its own place in the market, its own demand in the market. No degree or diploma can replace your knowledge of CCIE. In degree and diploma, we normally learn about theoretical knowledge more than the practical knowledge. But in the CCI training, you learn more about the practicality, right? The practical stuff which is being used in the industry. So, and that's what you need to learn.
Okay.
Anything else, Desmond?
I have no other question.
Okay,
No,
thank
no.
you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Mr. Bakare, if you can listen me, please go ahead and ask your question.
Okay, good afternoon.
Good
Yeah,
afternoon.
yeah, I am currently taking an online course on CCNA.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so and unfortunately into the webinar a bit late.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I'm so much interested in GSM technology.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to know what this course I'm taking. I believe it's going to have something to do with at least as a basics for GSM technology. I just want to know what are the relevance of it into the world of GSM technology, number one. Then I don't know if I could also have asked some personal question concerning my training.
You want to make your career in GSM technologies.
Yes.
Okay. See, the closest thing that comes to GSM in Cisco is obviously the voice field, collaboration field, right? Uh,
Okay.
Although GSM is not really voice or collaboration, but it comes close to it. So when you want to learn about Cisco technologies and you want to go for GSM field, then voice and collaboration is the only option that you have with you.
Okay. Okay. So I could say I'm still on the right path somehow.
Yes.
Okay. Then I don't know if I could ask some personal question relating to my course I'm taking presently.
What kind of question is this?
I have not been able to get some materials I would require for the training. Notebooks. I tried to get a Cisco packet tracer for my practice. I couldn't get and all those stuff. And then I want to know after taking the training online,
Hmm.
what am I going to get from Network Bull, and what will be the next plan of action for me?
Okay, so if you go for your online training from Netbulls, I think obviously the workbooks, the packet tracer, the GNS, and all the softwares, and that all things will be provided to you on day one, or maybe before starting the training as well. And then the a dedicated trainer will be assigned to you who is going to teach you one on one on different networking technologies. The best thing about online training is that the trainer is assigned to you one on one, and you can ask any kind of questions to the trainer anytime, because the trainer is dedicated to you only, and you can clear your doubts in a better way when you are going for online training. But at the same time, you do not have access to the real devices, you do not have the same kind of feeling that you have in a classroom training. But then if you do not have any other choice, then online training is the better option.
Yes, I have a personal training. I've been on the training for about 2 weeks now,
Hmm.
and I'm really enjoying it, really, to be sincere.
Hmm.
But my concern is I don't have any materials. I don't have any book. No book was given to me. Packet tracer was not given to me. And
Okay,
most of the time when I need to do stuff,
fine.
I couldn't practice,
So
and I couldn't even read outside what my trainer is giving me.
fine. So you need to contact your trainer in that case, and you need to contact the concerned person whom you interacted initially, when you started your training. So those will be the right persons to talk about these things.
Okay, after my training, what certificate am I going to be given being an online training, and how do I get it?
See, once you are done with your training, so either if you want to go for Cisco certification, then you need to go for Cisco exam, CCNA exam, which is conducted throughout the world in different locations. So you can go for any of the at the Pearson VUE centers where you can go for the exam, and once you clear the exam, you'll get the CCNA certification from Cisco. And otherwise, uh, wherever from you're getting your online training, that training institute should provide you the certificate as well, that you have completed your CCNA training from them.
Okay, so definitely I'm going to get a certificate of completion from Netbulls because
Yes.
I'm currently taking the online with Netbulls already.
Okay, you're doing it from us.
Yes.
Surely you will get. And I'll write down your email ID also. If you have any more concerns, you can send it personally to me anyhow.
Okay, okay. I will appreciate that.
Welcome.
Will I get an email for you to have your own email
Yes,
address
yes.
also?
I'll send the email to you.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Welcome. Mr. Austin, please go ahead and ask your question.
Okay, I am interested in web technology.
Hmm.
My question is this: what other CCI certification will you advise me to go for after getting a CCI collaboration?
Okay. You can combine CCI routing and switching with CCI collaboration.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
that is the best choice.
okay, okay. Thank you.
Welcome. Mr. Jaspreet, please go ahead and ask your question.
Hello, this is Jasprit here.
Yes, Jaspreet.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, please.
Okay, sir. I am fresher in Cisco field. Actually, I am pursuing CCNA.
Hmm.
Then, in which field should I move? Either in CCI routing and switching, or CCI security.
Okay, so did you ever find that what interests you more?
Sir, I think I am have more interest in security.
Then that is the answer to your question, because whatever interests you in life should you
Sir,
should go for.
okay, okay, Newt, but how can you explain what type of course CCNA or CCNP and how much time it will take to complete my course to get a certificate in CCIE security?
So if you want to go for security, the career path is very simple. Initially you need to go for CCNA and CCNP routing and switching, as I mentioned before. And once you gain the thorough knowledge of CCNA and CCNP routing and switching, then you can start from CCNA security, CCNP security, and finally CCI security.
Okay, sir. What it will cover in the course? I firewalls or other
Yeah.
devices?
So,
What are the devices or
okay.
softwares?
So it's going to cover routers, switches, firewalls, IPS, ICE servers, and RN port. All these devices will be covered.
Okay, sir. If I want to join Netbulls, do you have the physical routers, switches, and all these devices in your lab or not?
Yes, yes, all the devices are available in the lab. Or either you can refer our website for that, or you can go for a walk-in inquiry also. You can have a lab visit here.
Okay, sir. And how much time it will take to complete the certification in CCI security?
It for Indian students it normally takes around 10 months.
Sir, I can't hear you. Please speak.
For Indian
Hello.
students, yeah, for Indian students it normally takes 10 months.
10 months, including CCNA routing and switching
Yes.
security, CCNP routing
Yes.
and switching security, then CCIE
Yes.
security.
Yes. Right.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Welcome. Mr. Abidoni, please go ahead and ask your question. Mr. Olienka. Hello. Mr. Ovi.
Yes, good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes. Yes. Please.
Yes, I'd like to make my own inquiries about the CCIE security stage level. Um, I currently have done my CCNA security
Mm-hmm.
and a single module on the CCNP. That's the CCNP security switch. So I stopped at a point and I was now hoping to go back to do my CCNA security so I can move on straight to the CCI security. I hope that is going to be a wise decision. Just asking actually from you, or will I need to go down again to write the CCNA and back up all the way? That's the question.
Okay. So if I understand you, you have done your CCN routing switching and you have done your CCNP route.
Yeah, switch, CCNP switch.
You have done your CCNP switch, right?
Yes.
Okay, so in that case, you need to go for your CCNA security, CCNP security, and CCI security. You cannot directly go for CCI security.
Okay. So like how much would all this cost if I'm to go for them? Like you just said, how much is it gonna cost me?
Uh, the costing, I think I can send you over email because I need to refer
Okay.
for the website. So either you can refer the website or we can send it over email ID.
I'll prefer the email. You send it to me at your leisure time.
Sure, we will send it to you.
Okay. So how long will this take also? I need to know if I'm coming down to Network Bull.
Uh, it should take you around 3 months for this.
3 months.
Yes,
Okay. All right. That will be all. Thanks very much.
welcome. Mr. Pruthi Sahu, please go ahead and ask your question. Hello, Mr. Pruthi.
Afternoon, sir.
Yeah, please.
Sir, actually, I want to ask the written and the lab preparation time. Either these time are included in CCI security integrated, or these things are excluded of 10 months.
No, everything is included in 10 months.
Everything is including.
Yes.
Okay. Sir, actually, I want to ask. I am a fresher of 2015. I
Mhm.
want to pursue CCI courses, but I was much passionate about security. Is it good to take security integrated course, or either I have to start from CCI RS integrated?
No, no, no. If you are interested in CCI security, you can directly go for CCI security. So many people have done it in the past.
Okay.
Because
Sir,
anyhow, see, if you see, even in CCI security integrated, you need to go for CCNA and CCNP routing and switching first. So anyhow, your routing switching technologies, I mean, 70% of routing and switching technologies are already covered in CCI security integrated program.
sir, after doing this integrated course, is it necessary to have the certification, or we can go further with this training?
It all depends on you. See, if you want to get a higher package, then obviously you need to go for a combination of knowledge and certification. But then if you think that you are not in position to go for the certification exam right now, then you can gain knowledge and go for the industry.
Okay. Sir, after doing this course, how company recruit network boost students? Can you elaborate little bit?
So we have tie up with many companies who are looking for network engineers. So whenever they are in demand, or I would say there is always a demand in some or the other companies. So whenever we have a new lot of CCA engineers, we send them for interviews in different companies, and they get selected. Or many times we have campus selection also. Companies come here and conduct interview if they have bulk requirement.
Okay. Sir, actually, I am from Bhubaneswar, and
Mhm.
I was completing my engineering in Rajasthan. But due to for the language problem, I have not 60% in 10th and 12th. Is there any problem if I continue with this integrated program?
See, your marks in your degree does not make any difference in your career growth when you talk about CCIE. You are not required to do some calculations in your company. You need to make sure that your network is up and running and working smoothly, and you can configure the devices.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Welcome. uh, Mr. Raji.
Okay. Hello.
Yes, please.
Okay. I am new into IT.
Hmm.
I have worked as a NOC engineer in MTN, which is in Nigeria, a GSM company.
Hmm.
But really, I want to diversify into the networking. I'm currently out of job, and I wouldn't mind dedicating time to follow this career path. So I really want to know if I'm going to invest time and resources into this,
Hmm.
what are my prospects of getting job after?
See, I have not seen even a single person who has, done their studies dedicatedly, who have spent, their time in learning the technologies, spent their time in labs, practicing on live devices, and sitting free at home. So obviously, if you learn the technology well, if you have good concepts, and if you have practiced well, if you learn about practical stuff, then obviously getting a job is the easiest thing. There is no challenge at all in getting a job.
Okay, then the costs that is going to take me, like I've told you, I've heard about CCNA, I've not done anything about it. I'm going to start from the scratch. I
Mhm.
need to know the cost of doing that. And since I think it will be better to come to India for the training to have hands-on experience.
Mhm.
So I need to know the costs and the time it is going to take me
Uh,
so that I
we,
can plan it
yeah, I mean,
well.
we will send the cost details to you on your email ID and the duration details also, if that is fine with you.
Okay, but like how long will it take? Let's say I want to start in January.
Uh-huh. So if you
Yeah,
want to
how
start
long
in
is it going to
January,
take me to go through the training?
it will take 3 months for the training, and then it all depends on you. How much time do you take in your lab preparation? Normally, people do it in 2 or 3 months.
Okay, but while I'm going through the training, I would have done the CCNA and the CCNP.
Pardon?
Would I have taken the CCNA and the CCNP exams while I'm going through the training?
Well, it is totally up to you, but my recommendation is if you are aiming for CCI certification, then there is no logic of going for CCNA or CCNP training, or the certification, I would say. Sorry. So if you have plans to go for CCI R&S training certification, then don't go for CCNA or CCNP certification, because I mean you save money no by not going for CCNA and CCNP certification.
Okay. Lastly, do you link people up in getting jobs in network
Well,
tools?
uh, see, we can refer you to some companies in your country, but then we can only refer. Rest of the stuff has to be done by you only.
You said what has to be done by me?
I mean, you need to clear the interviews. You need to go there. We can only refer you to some certain jobs or some certain, people who will help you in going for the interview.
Okay. Okay. So I'll be expecting the email you said you will send to me.
Sure, sure. We will send the email to you.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Fine. Uh, Anika, hello, Anika. Ashish. Mr. Ashish, Mr. Ashish, Mr. Shibu.
Hello.
Yes,
Sir, can you hear me?
yes, yes, please.
Sir, I would like to know the salary package I would be receiving after completing each course. I'm residing in India, so I would like to know the salary packages I would be receiving on completing the course.
Which course you're talking about?
Sir, can you please elaborate on each and every course?
Okay. So for
I want to know
CCIE,
about
okay. So if you go for
I want to know
CCA,
about CCNA routing and switching.
only about CCNA routing and switching.
No, about CCNA routing and switching, then CCNP routing and switching, and coming to the security field.
You want to know about the salary packages after CCNA?
Yes. I'll I'll ask after that. I'll let you know which other fields I would like to know.
Okay.
But can you please tell me first about routing and switching CCNA?
CCNA routing switching will give you somewhere around 8 to 10,000 as an initial package.
Okay. And about CCNT routing and switching?
Yeah, CCNP will give you somewhere around 15 to 18,000.
18,000
Yes.
rupees. Okay. And how about CCNA security?
CCNA security again somewhere around 12,000 you can say. But then again,
Okay.
for CCNA security, you need to do CCNA routing switching also. It would be, so it becomes a combination then.
Yeah, I'm sure about that. Then how about CCNP security?
See, the range is going to become higher. It would be 18 to 20 in that case.
Okay, how much would an internet expert course would fetch you
In CCIE course
in
will
security?
it depends. Yeah. So somewhere around the package would be of 6 to 8 lakhs in that case, depending upon the knowledge that you gain.
Okay, so why is there a variation between the professional level as well as the internet expert level on the basis of
Because
salary?
because in India, people either learn about CCNA or they learn about CCIE. So,
Hmm,
the value is there's a, when you jump from CCNP to CCIE,
hmm,
the difference is huge because, one, in CCIE training, you get a lot of knowledge that you do not get in CCNP. And
hmm,
additionally,
hmm,
when you prepare for your CCI certification exam, then you learn
hmm,
too much about network security. And if you
hmm,
get your CCI number in security, then obviously that creates a lot of demand for you in future.
hmm. Okay, and is it possible to study while working? As in, say, if I'm going to prefer CCNA routing and switching and then opt for a job, then can I simultaneously study for CCNP routing and switching
It
while working itself?
Yes, yes, it is quite possible. See, the only thing is, it will take you longer to finish your training in that case because what you could have done in 10 months might take 2 years now because you can only dedicate maybe 2 3 hours a day. Whereas a person who
Okay,
is doing CCI dedicatedly might dedicate maybe 8 to 10 hours a day.
okay, okay, fine. So, okay, so a CCNP professional course would only fetch around 20 to 25,000, even if I know routing and switching as well as security.
Yeah, I mean, this is the normal salary range. I mean, see, although the exceptions are there, I'm talking about the average salary range, right? If you have excellent
Hmm,
communication skills and if you have learned really well about these technologies, then you might get a higher package also. So I'm talking about
hmm,
the generic, the that we have, the trend that we have seen till now.
okay, okay, sir. Okay, that's it. Thank you.
Welcome. Mr. Swapnil. Hello, Mr. Swapnil.
Hello. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, please.
Yeah, I have a global certification in RNS. I have completed it in 2015 January.
CCIE,
Then I go for my no,
CCN.
CCNA.
Fine.
Yeah, CCNA certification in RNS.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, in this January 2015. Then I go for CCNP, but I have gone through the course only. I didn't go for the certification.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, what I would like to ask is which field you suggest me for my CCI?
Okay. See, the best track in any case is CCI security. Why? One
Okay.
reason is because you learn about routing and switching as well as security in the security field, right?
Hmm.
Plus,
Yeah.
it gives you a higher package as compared to routing and switching.
Okay.
The career growth is
And
better,
yeah.
right? So if
Okay.
you ask my
So
recommendation, then obviously it is going to be CCI security.
okay. And actually, I heard from my colleagues that if you are a experienced person, then you are going to get a more better package
Of
in
course.
this field.
Yes, yes, yes.
So yeah, actually I got hired for Emphasis right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking about joining the company or should I go for my CCIE? So
Okay.
what will you suggest to me?
See, that's a personal decision you need to take, right? What kind of package you have been offered in Emphasis till now? I mean,
Yeah,
right now.
they are giving me 12,000 take home package right now.
I do not recommend, going for this then, because once you
Yeah,
do, see, it might take you maybe 10, 11 months to go for your CCIE security training. And by the
yeah.
end of the training, you get a better package. You have done your CCIE training, you have gained good knowledge, and you have
Hmm.
better, growth chances. So I would say 12,000 in Emphasis, CCIE security, I'll choose CCIE security.
Okay. So, and CCI security program, are you going to give training about CH also?
Yes, we do include.
Certified
Yes,
Intel hacking.
yes, we do.
Yeah, okay. So, okay. That's what I want to ask. And so your integrated program in December, when it is going to start?
The dates are mentioned in the website actually. You can refer it.
Okay. That's it. Thank you.
Welcome. Okay, so I believe we have answered all the queries that we had received. So we have recorded this webinar, and we are going to send the recording to you on your email ID. And if you have any more queries, you can connect to me. You can note down my email ID, and you can send your queries on that, and we'll get back to you. My email ID is Vikas, Vikas dot Kumar, Kumar. I repeat, it's Vikas dot Kumar at netbulls.com. So you send your queries, and we will reply back. And thank you very much for logging into this webinar. I hope you have enjoyed this session. Thank you.